Do not get comfortable with being single for too long. It's going to bite you in the ass if you do. You get very comfortable being single. You get comfortable being in your own world, your own routines, nobody else telling you what to do. I should actually preface that and say that no one should ever tell you what to do, but being like, hey, we have dinner plans with so-and-so at this day, this time, be there, be ready. Don't be fearful of commitment. Do not be fearful of getting in a relationship. Do not push somebody away and self-sabotage because you are not used to somebody else being a part of your life. Be single for as long as you need. Do your thing, do your healing work, have your fun, but don't ever pass up the opportunity of being with a good person because you're used to being alone. Unless your intentions are to be single for the rest of your life, your foundation of a strong, healthy relationship is going to narrow down with you being okay with allowing yourself to be vulnerable with somebody that you love. So don't push them away. Just do what you got to do and keep yourself out there and go on those dates.
She has a point. You know, when you're single for a long period of time, you get comfortable in being single for a long period of time. And I always say, when you get into a relationship with someone, it shows you your demons that you thought you never had. Because you see, when you're by yourself, right, you can't really see yourself in the mirror for what you really are until when you get yourself in a relationship. And then all your insecurities, all the demons, all the fear factors start to show and show itself in a relationship. But it depends who you're in a relationship with. You can be in a relationship with a wrong person and it brings back all your toxic side. It brings back all the negative emotions that you've been hiding. It bring back so many things that you don't want to see in yourself when you're with the wrong person, right? The wrong person can bring back the worst out of you. But also the right person can show you your demons as well, show you little things that you're running away from. But if they're the right person for you, you can actually see the things that you've been running away from. So if you're single for a while now, let's say you've been single, I say max, anyone should be single for 3 years tops. Anything over 3 years and you're pushing all the way to 5 years, then we might have a problem there. You know what I mean? Because it shouldn't take you more than 3 years for you to start, putting yourself out there and meeting, potential people that's going to be like a spouse to you, a partner, a relationship that you want to get yourself into. When you're stretching that 3 years to 5 years, then it's going to be a problem. Then it's going to be hard for you to settle down because you're so used to living by yourself, doing things by yourself. And that alone can be a problem. It can be a little toxic trait to you. There's nothing wrong with finding yourself, putting yourself first. But don't be fearful to get into another relationship, even though you went in a relationship and it didn't work and is making you look at anyone that comes into your life as, someone that's probably going to try to bring you down. That's another demon that you're probably fighting as well, because the trust issue goes out the window. You still got to actually find a way to, mingle back with someone and connect with someone on a deeper level, if you want to grow. Because you can be single if you want to, but at the same time, you're still going to need someone. You're still going to need some type of companionship. You're going to need someone to, share something we call life together. A lot of the time, we're living in a day and age where people have trust issues and people have demons that they're hiding and they don't want to show their demons, because when you're in a relationship with someone, no matter how hard you hide your demons, when you go in a relationship with someone, your demons are going to show, whether you like it or not. But the right person can let you know that it's okay to have that demon, but that demon don't ruin your life, control you, make you move in a space of fear, loneliness, anxiety. So finding the right person is the most important thing that you need to do, especially when you're looking for someone. But if you're out here saying, you know what, I'm single by choice. And when I hear someone talk like that, I'm single by choice, I know deep down inside of them, they don't really mean it. I can see that you're hurt. I can see that you're going through some trauma that you don't want it to be exposed when you get into a relationship. That's why a lot of people say they're single by choice. And I hear it, because you can't trust a lot of people out here. Because I've heard things like people say, I've been single for 10 years. I'm like, you've been single for 10 years? You being single for 10 years and decides to actually get yourself in a relationship, you got a lot of trauma to deal with. Especially, it's not going to be fair for the other person as well if they haven't been single as long as you've been single for. So it's like, it will be easy for you to just drop relationship because you're so used to being by yourself. So this is the danger of being alone for a very, very long time, because it's easy for you to drop relationships like, it's not working out. Okay, drop it. Because you're so used to being by yourself. But sometimes you do need to be with someone that gets you. And also you can help them grow the same way they can help you grow. But you got to find the right one. This is one of the reasons why I be saying all the time that You need to vet correctly. You need to see who's for you and who's not for you. You got to be equally yoked, because if you're not equally yoked, you're going to be going against the grain. So when you're giving yourself time being single and you're outside in the dating market, you're trying to figure out, who's for you, you should be working on yourself at the same time, whether going to the gym, making sure your diet is on point, making sure you're looking after yourself inside and outside, making sure you're being the best version of yourself. So it's easy to attract the same type of person that's like you. Make sure you don't leave yourself single for a very long time. Even though I do know how hard it is to actually find someone, but don't try to leave yourself in that category, like where you're been single for over 5 years, 6 years, 7 years, 10 years. Like, the longer you're single for, the harder it is going to be for you to sustain a relationship. Because why? You've already made that your segment in terms of being by yourself for a very long time. So it's hard for someone to actually see you for who you are, because you're scared to be vulnerable. All right? Because when it comes to relationships, you are at some point going to be vulnerable, because that person is seeing you every day. So they're going to see your flaws. They're going to see your weakness.'re going to see your strength. They're going to see, they're going to see things that you don't see about yourself, and that's being vulnerable. So at some point, you're going to have to allow someone to come into your life to see that vulnerable state of you, and vice versa. You see the vulnerable states of them as well. So I'll leave that to say this to you guys here. Pick your poison wisely. No one is perfect at the end of the day. Right? So at the end of the day, if you keep thinking to yourself, you're trying to wait for the perfect person, you're going to wait for a very long time. So pick your poison wisely and just live life, bro. Just try to live life for what it is. Take the risk, no reward. If you're trying to play it safe too much, you're not going to experience a beautiful thing called life to what it's got to offer. Even though I know today's day and age, it's done out here, but there's still hope. I'm going to catch you guys in the next video. Stay blessed. Peace.
God gave me grace. God gave me style. God gave me grace. God put a smile on my face. God made me smile on my face. God made me shine like the sun. God made me shine like the sun. Sometimes I feel like I'm the one. Sometimes I feel like it ain't my fault.